Hi guys, welcome back. We're in week 4. And this week we're going to do a review of everything that we studied back. Okay? So let's start. First, we learned how to put two verbs together using the gerund or the infinitive. How do I know which one to use? First, we need to memorize. We have some verbs that use the gerund, others the infinitive, some use both with the difference in meaning. Remember 3 of them. Try, remember, and forget. Remember in the gerund. Remember doing something. So you did something in the past and you remember. Remember to do something. First you're going to remember and then you're going to do an action. For example, remember to close the window. I remember closing the window. Okay? Forget. Forget in the infinitive is forget to do something. For example, I forgot to close the window. I didn't remember. In the gerund is something that is memorable. We're not going to forget. So I'll never forget going to Disneyland. Try is, the third option, is make an effort or try and see what happens. So try to close the window. The window is hard to close. Try taking some medicine. Maybe it will help. Okay? Later, we talked about used to, be used to, and get used to. Remember, used to talks about past finished habits. So, I used to work in the morning. Now I work in the afternoon. So, used to. Don't anymore. Be used to is a new habit that you became familiar with. So, I am used to waking up every day at 6 o'clock. Get used to is to become familiar. So I need to get used to waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning every day. After that, we studied past modals. Remember? Must, may, might, could, and should. What's the difference between them? Must we always use when we are certain something happened. For example, I have cake in the refrigerator and my mother ate it. My mother usually eats my cake, so my mother must have eaten my cake. May and might when it's possible. Okay? So for example, I'm at school and only Ben is there. So Ben may have eaten my cake, might have eaten my cake. He was the only one here. It's a possibility. Okay? Couldn't means that it's impossible. So he couldn't have eaten my cake because he wasn't here. Should have is used to emphasize and talk about regret. So, I should have done something different. I should have eaten my cake earlier because then no one would have eaten it. Then we go to the sensory verbs, verbs of the senses, which are smell, taste, look, and sound. Very good. We can use it followed by an adjective, by like in a noun, or as if in a clause. For example, smells good. Smells like chicken. Smells as if something is burning. Then we studied the passive. Remember, when we use the passive, the doer of the action is not important. The action is important. For example, Michael plays soccer every day. Michael, the doer of the action, is important in the active voice. In the passive voice, Michael is eliminated. Soccer is played every day by Michael. Okay? Then we have it is said, it is thought. That is a formal way to report what happened. So usually happens on TV or the news. Lastly, we have reporting verbs. Reporting verbs tell what the action is. They refer to the action. For example, if I say, I won't tell anyone, the reporting verb is, he promised not to tell anyone. If I say, you shouldn't go out with fulano, he persuaded me to not go out with fulano. Okay? So I hope you guys enjoy this week. I hope you have a good time studying. If you have any doubts, let us know, and I'll see you next week.